page development. Like the Alan Wake pages. I hope my people come help me soon. Wait, did we get like a new map earlier? Sorta. Yeah. Elevator moved. Restricted area, bloody print. Anybody here? Emergency, seek shelter. Refinement process. Regarding ATD output and calibration, the automated typing device, ATD, will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known per-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Number 1. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Number 2. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Number 3. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Number 4. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house possession as reference. Number 3 is tone. Number 3 is content. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near-identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Oh. That sounds like a bit of a lost cause. It sounds very like AI algorithm-y too. Even Alan Wake himself could be changing over time. Like, what the heck is Alan Wake's style? Art is for analysis, not for admiration. Stay focused on your work. They don't treat art like art here. It's a science to be understood. Wonder if they have a rule against making solid walls. It's just all gotta be glass that you can see through. Oh, Diane's room, maybe?
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Writing and painting? Is that what the different projects are focused on? March 6th. Or I guess that could be June 3rd. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the Lake House will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Yes, number 1 is Arbutus, focusing on the studying of writing, with Dr. Diane Marmont serving as project director. The other project, Ramnus, will focus on studying and his work, with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Painting, I guess? It doesn't say, that part got redacted. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, let me know. Harry Kingston. Jules as Ramnus, Arbutus is Diana. Who won? Will we ever even know? Alan Wake is still out in Bright Falls doing whatever he's doing.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas.
Whoa!
He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Rudolph Lane is the name of the painter, according to a page written by what looks like Alan Wake. Alright, words per sentence. Max 12, min 1, average 6.71. Is co-heads one word or two? Style contains dialogue, clipped phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline. Concepts, Marmonts, Diana, Jules, FBC, Lake House, conflict, water, dark. They're analyzing the writing.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Oh no, do they even still like each other? Words per sentence. Style, character-centric, Lane. Past tense, clipped phrasing, higher adjective usage, focused timeline. Oh, why Lane? Yeah, character-centric Y Lane. Story concepts, Rudolph Lane. Not this one didn't have Rudolph Lane in it. Paint, odor? Marmonts, hate, conflict. It's so weird, and then Diana found this page. Oh, I just wanted to see the picture on her desk here. I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's her dog. They all have a gigantic picture of themselves. Well, they're scientifically minded. They like being praised for their achievements. That's totally fine, I think.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Content for the algorithm.
There was a crack in the lake house. The
repeating.
Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
September 12th, Project Arbutus initial findings report regarding Edward Franklin Booker. Born in New York, currently resides in New York, married to Tamitha Booker, no known children or dependents, no paracriminal affiliations found, located in Bright Falls, Washington as of September 10.
Went bad. The truth was controlled here.
Writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation, author, playwright. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous. They're looking into writers.
The Marmonts had let the lake
Can I break this?
but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant.
Outputs,
went bad.
like amount of pages and words and stuff.
Controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the
Do you
experiment.
mind? I'm trying to read. September 12. Regarding Tamitha Madison Booker,
In the lake house.
born in Atlanta, lives in New York, married to Edward Franklin Booker, no known children or dependents, no paracriminal affiliations found.
Went bad.
Author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful.
Experiment.
Confirmed artist designation, author, poet. They were looking into a Tamitha Booker and Edward Booker.
There was a crack in the lake house. The
Okay.
Marmonts had let the lake in.
Oh, we got a shelter here. Oh, nice. There's beds and stuff too. Cool. Oh. Thought there was stuff here for me.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts
Oh
had let
boy.
the lake in,
Typewriters.
but the water could not flow.
Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Trying to make Alan Wake pages. They're still working. Even though the facility's gone dark. No, I don't think we can. It's level 2.
My keycard isn't high enough clearance.
Yeah. Anything I can touch here without pissing somebody off? This room? Dr. Marmont here to remind you to put in 1% of effort today. Somebody put a sticky note. That would count sort of as a doodle, wouldn't it? I don't know. Not a picture, but a bit of mischief.
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated
therapist.
artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010.
He's dead already.
Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Live artists are better than the procedurally generated typewriter pages, of course. January 19, 22, Project Arbutus. Regarding content of Wake Manuscript, we have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. This page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that, though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love, or their animosity are theirs to control? That's always been sort of the scary thing with Alan Wake's writing. Am I feeling things because he says I should feel them like that? Does it truly go that far? Because that's a crazy kind of power. Do not copy Wake manuscript pages. They're copying it. But the power... Does the power come from the pages being similar to Wake's style, or does it come from it being written by Wake? Bit of a difference. And that's what they're researching, I guess. Now this is closed as well. Okay. It's just a big room here. Oh, we looked at that already. Oh, there's one more room to the side. ATD Production Archive. June 23rd, 22. Regarding typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake, with the intent to use this particular brand for shh in the ATDs, continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house. Result, no useful information. Wake's agent. Result, refuse to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse. Result, refuse to discuss. Result, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake. Result, no useful information. Wow. Did we never see it in a picture? Ask Rose. Didn't Rose have a typewriter in her shrine? The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and the type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. Yeah, they're really trying their best to nail down the factual aspects of all these manuscripts. I'm not sure that's how that works, though. Oh, are these all pages? My gosh. Wow. I think we'll probably come back here eventually. Look at the security doors and all. I'm kinda curious if, the point of interest. I did see it already, right? It was basically that one document they wanted me to look at. Just to make sure. Oh. Yeah. We looked at all this already. It just says that. We opened these two already, right? I think so. Oh no. Oh no. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Art is to be fed into an algorithm. Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no.
I can never say no to extra firepower.
Oh no. I need this on too. How long have they been dead here? They look kind of pale. It's been a while. Huh. Wait.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
Proceed with the spatial recurrence. Yes. Nothing has changed? Not in particular?
overlap, rebounded on itself.
That's different.
Compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release.
Not really getting anywhere, huh?
Overlap, rebounded on itself. Compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting.
This is still the same.
An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled.
I'm still gonna have a cup of coffee if you don't mind. Was there stuff inside here? Oh. Thank you. Now we just sort of have to go with the loop.
This contrived overlap. Bounded.
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
Oh, those are FBC people. Oh god. That is not good. Ow. Oh. I can't see where they are. My mouse is a little bit... The sensitivity is a little high. Hold on. You're gone. Whoa! Oh, God. Oh my goodness. Woo! Hurry! Hurry! Estevez! Today!
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Hold on, my mouse sensitivity is a tad high. I'm having trouble aiming when we're in that mode here. Let me adjust it a little bit. All right, I think it's a little bit better now. Oh god, we can see their innards and all. The staff. Staff have been infected. I'm alone. So much for the law of threes, huh? That was only the first one. Here we go again. Yeah, we're back here. This is all the same? Do you want to give me more stuff? Yeah. No.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction.
I might agree.
I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
It's scary though, because this kind of risk, we're talking about
I keep coming back
life
to
and
this
death.
page.
It's not just
The
simple
author's clearly
risk.
late.
Yeah.
It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean?
If you have more stuff you'd like to give, wouldn't say no. Flashbangs. That would be a nice one. Maybe like here. But then this one I gotta be like, it's gotta be near me. Yeah, I kind of forgot about those, huh? Flashbangs, all that. Alright. Nothing is gonna happen on loop 3. Look at how dark it is inside.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly weak.
Hi. Hi. They're not writing anymore. A few of them are.
What is that?
What is what? Wait. The orientation of the room just changed. The heck? Oh! No, no!
Controllable shifting phenomena.
But why would I want to do that? So that I can get across and all that? Okay. What the heck? Where even are we? We're not even on the level 3 map anymore. Oh dear goodness. Okay. We have a cube here, but where do we bring it? I don't think we... This is already on the right thing. Do you want to put it down for now? Because I haven't seen another area to put it on yet. This is a little bit different than what we saw before. For sure.
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in.
Try it out. That's crazy. So there's the spot that needs a core, which would activate the one
Won't open
outside.
without power.
What? Won't open without power, but we get power from this one here. The rooms are like mirrored versions of each other. Feels like I'm just in the same room again and again. Okay, we good, we good. So there's power, which means I can open this door. Which means what? Now I got another cube. Is this one broken? Did I need another one? If not, I can't even put it down. I guess I'll just bring it back here. Unless if I bring it outside. Okay, every time we carry the cube, everything gets dark again because the flashlight turns off. So we put the cube down. This is still... Is this openable now? No. Can we maybe do it from this side? Yup. But this still doesn't work because this is attached to... It's broken. It's entirely just severed. So what do we do in that case? Oh, do you want me to flip this again? Only use lever once power core is properly connected. In the event of power loss due to paranatural event, insert power core into receiver. Activate emergency power. So this is emergency power on? This works now. There you go. Ooh, hey.
You again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Marmont's plug in his head.
Are you Rudolph Lane?
You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Misery, hate.
Tell me where they are.
A man in a white coat.
Ooh, you gotta stop doing that, man. At least I know it's coming.
Fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
Nothing good, it seems. People can go pretty far for science experiments. I didn't even get to ask about Alan Wake. Can we go down more? Are we allowed to?
Access denied.
Yeah.
This key card isn't gonna cut it.
Access denied.
Go back to 2.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
The further down we go, the closer we get to the source.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Lift the level-wide lockdown. Oh! Oh. Oh, he wants to go to Deerfest. Alright. Oh no.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
We have to find a way to lift it first. Oh, there's people in every room. Oh goodness. Bathrooms. None of which are openable. It's a little bit too dark for me to look at too much. Oh, come on. The scientists. The Marmonts. Oh,
There's the
dear.
elevator. How do I get in?
The answer might be the elevator, as always. Where did you see the elevator? I didn't actually see it. You gotta give me a little bit more. There's a bottom section-ish thing there. Level 3? My card's only for level 1.
This key card won't get me in.
Yeah. So dead guy here, bloody all over. Oh, it's not looking good.
I wonder what happened here.
Work order, September 10, regarding wall removal and transport. Location sublevel 2 lane cell. Lane cell, ordered by Marmont, Jules. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency high. Tools required. It is not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. It is your job. True. Additional details. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged. So that's why the wall's missing. They took the whole wall down to level 5.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it, saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Exactly the kind of thing that Estevez talked about, how the investigation team and the research teams don't really gel because they don't care.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Oh.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And
you made it
you're such a
unfun.
talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did.
They just stole the guy from Harmon.
You need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
But art is so... they're making it so unfun for him. Don't even talk about fun. He's basically being threatened. Date redacted. Project Ramus. Subject condition report. Regarding redacted. Background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in zh over the past several months. Initially, this zh presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. 'Cause you're badgering him! Subject's attitude toward art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated, and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. No, you're making... You can't make an artist just work on demand. That's not how art works. Current situation. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Actions to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont has suggested that a high dose of zh be introduced to the subject's food to cure his zh. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of zh will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. Drugs! Giving drugs to an artist to make him output. Make content, artist! You are a machine, and you must work. Writing. Okay, what is art? Art is writing, painting, music. Poetry? No. Rhymes? Sculpture? Is it art? Dancing, movies, TV, theater, puppets, martial arts. What about Night Springs? Not art. Baking, knitting, speaking, rock stacking. Bullshit charts like this. Deals. What about cooking? Sewing, graffiti? Yeah, I graffiti is a pretty hard one to spell. You don't know how many F's and T's there are. Art? I don't know. Someone's trying to categorize what counts as art. Who gets to decide? I don't know. Not me. Subject's writing must feature darkness, water, Marmonts, the lake house, conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Subject's writing must feature. Yeah. The painting is like producing the writing. Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbutus at the Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. Number 1. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Number 2. Tamitha Booker. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Number 3. Edward Booker. Less successful than Tamitha, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Yeah. Diana's kidnapping writers, Jules is kidnapping painters, artists. Theater is more art than true crime novels. People tend to look down on stuff.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Oh, shiz! Wait, there's a person here! What the hell? Research subject inside. Hey.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
Edward.
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kiran Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But
how long have you been here?
I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Something like that.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
Oh, thanks.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife.
I was just gonna ask.
I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I was just gonna ask you, where is your wife? She's not here. You are.
Shadow monsters represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Kill a metaphor.
I was gonna say earlier before all this that, yeah, I think people do tend to look down on stuff like, the romance novels at grocery stores, which I don't know, I mean, is it right for people
Good stuff.
to have that assumption?
Style's a little clipped, but I can work with that. Short, to the point, visual metaphors, dark imagery.
Alright, Ed. September 14, 2023, initial review regarding Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provided as a reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage?
Spreading darkness. Control the uncontrollable. It speaks to climate change, oppression, the disenfranchisement of immigrant minority populations. Lots of heavy themes in a dark sci-fi wrapper. Love it.
Why is Jules a protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house? The shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no idea what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Page ID ARB-EB001. Assignment: continue the story from page ID AW002. Match the tone, style, da da da. So this is what he wrote. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with a burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed a bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only noticed if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. Well, you said include those concepts, right? He did include it. There is a lake house. This one. There is darkness, there is water, there are Marmonts, there is a lake house and conflict. What more did you want? Every writer is gonna take your concepts and apply it differently. You can't change that. But I'm very glad to see you're okay. And just keep thinking we're role-playing here, because there's a lot of creepy stuff happening outside. Wouldn't want you to get freaked out. Oh yeah, lots of never mind. Okay, we need to find a way to lift the lockdown. Yeah, we chill for now. Elevator moved again.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
Good thing we got some pretty good glass here. Office Project Ramnus. Office Project Arbutus. They're right next door. Vandalized text. 0% effort today. Whoa, shit! Oh! Buddy! It scared the crap out of me. Whew! Oh, it's supposed to be Diana and Jules, I guess. Oh! Oh. You know, I kind of got used to those big jump scare stuff, but that one got me. I hate Alan Wake. Hey! Alright. Oh god. Pantry. Pantry got nothing in it. Security, safety, censorship. Yeah, I think it's been a while. It's been like this for a while. Office 2.3. Just a random shelter here. Okay. Stocking up on my supplies, just in case. Are my people coming yet? Haven't seen them anywhere. I'm just going deeper and deeper by myself. Don't know if that's a good idea. Control center. Okay, I would like some control over this floor, please. They look kind of similar. A little bit. A case of spending too much time with the same person and then you start to look similar. Ooh. I don't have clearance, what a shame. Don't give me clearance, please. Oh god, clearance.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Oh, they're coming out. Someone just came out.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Catalog of Rudolph Lane production from painting session on ID blah blah blah, designation black circular shape among yellow lines, description an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Another one called Lone Tree at Night, a dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Another one, empty road and forest, a dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note, a small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. One more. Yellow crescent shape on blank canvas. A curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an other empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana. Unfinished piece. It's supposed to predict the future and all. Yeah, but he's got nothing more out of him. Red, yellow, green circle. 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 green roughly arranged in a vertical line. Like traffic lights? Background is black-gray with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. Cityscape with blue-gray sky. Gray vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city, in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. Black void, a deep black void covering the entire canvas, with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. Dude, this is like... There's at least 40 something. 100... Look at the ID numbers. They're so high. 171. Large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it's blank aside from the spirals. It's not a loop, it's a spiral. Brown shape with horns. A brown shape vaguely triangular, with what are presumably horns extending from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly deer or elk. Black background. Oh, is that the cult people from the base game? Yeah, I remember I used one of them as one of the thumbnails. For some reason, this guy's paintings are channeling Alan Wake stuff. His pages, the situation surrounding Bright Falls. What do we want now? Probably something in that place. Whatever's in it. Jeez. Didn't expect you to be right there. He was stuck in there for so long. Oh, more dates. September 2023. This is probably when things went south. Yum. From Security and Technical Support Division to all departments, update to computer password reset policy. Yes, they must be reset daily. They're reminding me again. No birthdays, no current date, no phone numbers. 6 digits. Gotta figure it out from here. Ah, got the place all bloody. Okay. Today's password, from Watterson to Greenberg. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary, plus brown shape with horns, love you. Special unforgettable anniversary. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. They went to see a movie together on some day and then brown shape with horns. Password policy. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then black void. Don't look at the black void, that's from yesterday. The anniversary, we gotta figure that one out. Trisha update. I just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Yeah, I don't think I'd like to work here, to be honest. It sounds pretty crazy. September 14. I made the reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses seeing us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good one. What? They're married! They can't ban inter-office relationships. Not that I suggest it because, you know, don't shit where you eat and all that. But they can't ban it, they're married. A week from this Friday. Okay. Starting to get your code pattern. Wait, so was that one of the guys then? Either Greenberg or Watterson? Oh, one of them is Greenberg, and then one of them is Watterson, maybe. Yeah, like that guy trapped himself in here after killing her. Oh, I forgot to look at the calendar. 1 week from this Friday. So today's 14. 22. 09/22. And the brown shape with horns. 09/22/25. 9/22/25.
There.
Fantastic. Read mail first.
Without HQ, more situations like this are gonna fall through the cracks. I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
Attention missing Black Rock. Security reminder. Lock your computer. Safety concerns from Howard to Kingston. Hello, Mr. Kingston. I am writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I have collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmont are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Yeah, for sure. And then Trisha got fired. Trisha Howard. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them. What? Or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Yes, because they can do that while they're in an underground bunker. Thank you, Kingston. Mr. Kingston, I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and have gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using the state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. And she got fired. Didn't even get to resign. That means we're gonna fight.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Oh, I don't know about working.
Estevez, come in.
Hey!
Facility. Sub-level 1.
Good.
Copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
I mean, yes, it is hostile, but we need help too.
They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
You want to go back and help them? Come one at a time. One at a time. There's that. Oh boy. So annoying when the battery just doesn't reach enough.
Vertigo!
One second. You need to die faster. That flashbang didn't do anything, man. It only got one guy. Yeah, I mean, oh, I guess we should go help out the people, but I need to be helped too. And I'm not hot on the ammo. ATD Progress Review. Oh, they have copies from every single day of when they were generating the pages. They're not in chronological order though. Are they? No, they are. Different years. July 2002. Page 4. Dark, 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 dark. Trees, 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 trees. Pond, 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 pond. Shade, 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 shade. Dim, dim, dim. Crow, crow, crow. Yeah. Scream, scream, scream. Breathing. Lake, lake, lake. Blood, blood. Comprehensibility F. Style F. Tone D. Content D. Surprisingly, content and tone aren't F. Word choice good, but incomprehensible. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge? November 2022. Page 59. Dark! Screamed the darkness. A dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness. A well of darkness. A vortex, like black paint. Darker and darker and darker. So dark, the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with dark intent. A dark knife glinted in the dark darkly. Dark like the dark eye of a dark raven. Dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky. No moon. The moon had been eaten by the dark. The dark drank it. And the sun. A dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkest darkness. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Comprehensibility D. Style C. Tone A. Content A. Tone? Okay, tone I'll give you tone. Content A? Structural improvement. Repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Refinement plus time equals progress. In May 23. The wrought snail beamed. A wooded grain bent from the owl. Eggmail. 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through from down and bark. I grow and longer with a lower dark sea. No one found. Eggmail heaven. Pouring out He-Chin. When all scream in blue and enacts vermilion, a day is around. Flat across evening. The water murmurs in lightbulb trees. Round the cat! The night glares on all streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in panic mountain. It got worse, F everything. Style, tone prioritized over comprehensibility, negative progress. The latest one, August, just 1 month ago. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too, and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized, but he ran anyway. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night. Once, twice, thrice. The woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed, in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plugged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees screamed back. Comprehensibility B, style C, tone B, content C. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATD's lacking awareness and intention is a blocker. That's a very... yeah, that's a good way to put it. Stuff like ChatGPT, AI, like procedural generation, lacks intention. Need more wake reference material. Critical. When you don't have intention, it just doesn't work out. Input non-wake reference material, source human subject, use staff as writers, risk of data skew. People who use ChatGPT and stuff a lot can probably know, especially if you use it on subjects that you know well yourself, because I think what happens is it sounds very impressive for stuff you know nothing about, because it does it so quickly, and you're like, whoa, it sounds right. But if you ask it something that you do know about, then you very quickly realize that, oh no, it has no idea what it's talking about. Okay, that darkness is darking. Very darkly. Just let me check the other room first, okay? This is the other project room. The painting. They covered it up.
Had a thought today. A possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a, how you say, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Oh, it sounds like there's still love here. I think one of the Dr. Darling videos mentioned earlier was that, how subjective writing gets changed into objective reality. And it's true, because even in writing, no matter how much detail you write something in, there's always going to be a difference. Like, if two people read the same passage of text, they're going to imagine a different scene. Like, even if I say something like, the large man stood at the door. How large? What kind of door? What color is the door? Everyone's going to be different, but the shadow makes his own interpretation, and it changes all that into some type of, objective reality. So in that case, the painting, if the shadow was taking cues from the paintings, it might be easier. Oh boy. I barely have ammo, please die. Whoa. Oh! Hurry up! Woo! Heal! Heal! Was it fast? Dude! Let me just reload a little bit while we can. I'm gonna need you to stop. Oh, I'm out of batteries and stuff. That's not good. Ooh. I just finished playing Silent Hill, where the enemies were a lot slower and less durable, so here I'm like, oh, suddenly everything's getting kind of hectic again. Wouldn't mind if you wanted to give me more bullets. Hey guy, are you doing alright down there? Gonna keep writing? Alright. Just stay put. Don't do anything drastic. I'll be back in no time. Maybe. Don't have a guy pop out of the locker, please. September 5th, readings report, threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours showing a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made, per the recent amends to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until the sign-off from either Dr. Marmont or Dr. Marmont has been received. Oh no. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Kruss, lead threshold analyst, and yet they don't. They don't because science means risk and all that. We can open all these rooms now. You wanna give me some stuff? Oh, this is number 3. You joking me? We still have to come back sometime. I think over on this side there was a level 2. No, this is just where we came from, right? No, I want the container. That's why... Did I get the container already? Because it seems like the locker. You telling me to go to the locker? You are. You are. This is where we came from. That's the bathroom that we checked out before. There's an elevator here. August 7, team notice. As you may know, a valued member of our team was recently reassigned off of Project Arbutus. Carla Livingston's designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contributions to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that the reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmont, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbutus staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. They're just randomly reassigning employees. Oh, this sounds like such a toxic workplace environment. I hope the pay was good. Whoa! My God. Oh, jeez. Oh, what kind of a pose is that? Ooh. December 13, 2019, background report on Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. see case number blah 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 for information about his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by the FWC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Wateree, Washington, where he currently resides. Wateree. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. Oh, he's been here for years! If he was still painting this year, that's 5 years. Oh my god, every day, painting. Non-stop. Feeling a little bit ironic to be commenting on someone who is, does their hobby on a schedule. It's almost like that's something I could relate to. Huh. Wait. You want to go back to the elevator here? Yes, it moved here. This is the way to go.